Hello, cybersecurity professionals. Mr. Lang here, and today we're going to work on installing Kali Linux virtual machine. Now, this is a very powerful operating system that cyber professionals are using to train every day. All right, we are learning industry standard stuff. However, with great power comes great responsibility. This is a very powerful operating system with some very powerful tools that you can use to attack a network that you may be on. So let's say we're at school and you are on our school's network. You cannot by any means attack anything with our school network. If you do, there will be heavy consequences and possibly financial consequences as well. And so we don't even want to go there. So again, this is for training purposes. This is for us to learn, and that's my disclaimer that I'm giving to you. So let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be really, really cool. A little bit different than any other virtual machine that we've done before. So stick with me. A couple tools that we're going to need. All right. First of all, we're going to need this 7-zip. All right, this is going to allow us to unzip things that are bigger files, and this is the one that you're going to need right here. You're probably working on a 64-bit operating system, so go ahead and download that and install. Now, you may already have this installed on your computer. How would you know? You can click the Windows key and just type in 7 on your keyboard, and it brings up any application that may start with the number 7. And I already have this installed. So after you install it, make sure that you do have the application installed. All right, I will have a link to all of these in the description down below, so you will have access to all of these links. Another one is going to be this hash calculator. Now, I know some of you are using PowerShell, and that's great. All right, some of us may want to have a hash calculator installed because the online version ones are not going to work for us. Okay, so you can install this hash calculator 2.02. When you're done, go ahead and type in your hash, and there is my hash calculator. I know it is there. All right. Another thing that you're going to want to have is I created this program in Python for us to compare our hashes. All right, so it's a basic, pretty simple program using a comparison operator for equals. And so please go ahead and bookmark this replet that I created for us to compare our hashes. And we'll come back to that. Last thing is you're going to want to download the Kali Linux virtual image, all right? And you can read through this paragraph, very important paragraph, but one of the very important things that you're going to need is this right here. The images have a default login password of Kali and Kali. So Kali is the login and Kali is the password, all right? Make sure that you do that in the format that it has here. So Kali, all lowercase letters. All right, and then down below we have our images. Now these are in a torrent, a little bit different than ISOs that maybe we've dealt with in the past. All right, so you're going to want to download this one right here. It's for 64-bit. All right, and we are using the VMWare player, so this is the one we want. If you would happen to be using VirtualBox someday, all right, you would want to click on VirtualBox and install this torrent here. All right, so, okay, you've downloaded it. All right, it is now in your download folder. All right, and if you need to pause this video and wait for yours to download, you can. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and bring up my File Explorer. All right, and here are all my virtual machines that I have on my computer. Again, I know where they're at, so take that torrent from your download file, and what I did was when I open up Kali, instead of having an ISO folder, I created a torrent folder. All right, we also have an OS, and I also have a backup folder. All right, we don't have anything in these files yet. All right, we will. Here's our backup. Don't have anything there yet, but we do have the torrent. All right, and that is this file right here. All right, so we need to compare this hash to one that we are going to create. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, and I'll minimize that as well. And I loaded up my hash calculator that I asked you to download. Now, when you do, I'm going to go ahead and delete this, you guys. I was testing things out before. You want to go ahead and just choose the SHA-256. That's the one that it is actually asking us, or the one that they created a hash for. So that's what we want. We want the SHA-256. All right, so I'm going to minimize this. So just check that. Uncheck any other ones because it will take a little longer to make those hashes for all the different hashes that you may want to calculate. So let's just have that one there. And then I'm going to kind of drag this off to the side a little bit so I can see my file. And all I'm going to do is click and I'm going to drag my file right into the data right here. And you can see a little plus sign. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but there is. And I'm going to drop that right there. And it is actually calculating my hash right now. So just let it do its magic. It may say it's not responding. Just chill out. Let it do its thing. All right. And it should knock on some plastic that I'm sitting next to. Calculate. Again, not responding. Just chill out. Let it do its thing. And there is my hash that it has created for me. All right. And I'm going to come back to this hash in just a little bit. I'm now going to head on over to my program that I created, and I'm going to hit run, and I'm going to read through this. Welcome to the hash comparison program. Please answer the following questions in order to determine if you have successfully downloaded all the necessary files from the internet. Again, very important as a cybersecurity professional to do this. So again, I created this pretty simple program, and it's going to compare two hashes, all right, using the comparison operator equals to. All right, so what is the value of the hash provided from the manufacturer's website online? So let's go get that. So here is the hash right here. I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to highlight through that hash, and I'm going to right click and choose copy. All right, I'm going to head back to my Replit here, and I'm going to right click and choose paste. I tried to use Control V, didn't work out so well, but there's my hash right there, and I'm going to press my enter key on my keyboard. What is the value of the hash you received from the hash calculator? All right, so let's head over to the hash calculator. Let's go ahead and copy this. I'll click back into here, and I'll right click and choose copy, and I'll press enter. And congratulations, your hashes match, meaning all the files have successfully downloaded and you are ready to proceed. Very cool. Again, if you want to look at the program, I have it right here. All right, pretty simple program that we've created. All right, so again, that's very important as a cybersecurity professional to make sure that those hashes match. All right, so now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and minimize the internet. I don't need my hash calculator anymore. Awesome, we've got that done. But what I am going to need to do is I am going to need to unzip this file. If you see, if I hover over this, the type is .7z, all right, for 7-zip. I'm going to right click, and this is where file management comes into play, and I should now see if I've installed 7-zip, the 7-zip option right here. If you don't, you may want to go and hover over maybe send to. It might be there, but for mine, it's located right here. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and choose extract files. All right. And when I choose extract files, it's asking me where do I want to extract these to. We're going to extract these to the operating system folder. All right. So you guys, I need to go to my file manager. All right. And I am going to open up my VM where I have it. Here's my Kali Linux, and there's my OS folder. All right. That's where I'm putting it. Again, file management. Very, very crucial. I know where my files are on my system. You should know where your files are in your system. And I'm going to put that in my OS folder and choose OK. And then choose OK. Double check up here that it's in your OS folder, which it is, and choose OK. And it is now extracting that torrent. Again, a little bit different than what we've done with ISOs in the past, but pretty cool. It's working on extracting this, about 40% done. Grab a cup of Joe real quick. And if I was curious, like a cat, I could actually go to my OS folder, and there are some of my files right there that it's actually downloading into. All right, if I open that up, I can start to see those files being generated right there. All right, so it's extracting all of those. This is our operating system. All right, so I'm going to go back to my OS, and it is now located there. And so now, you guys, what I can do is I've got them extracted. All right, very important. I can minimize this. I'm going to open up my VMware player. All right, and now instead of creating a virtual machine, they've already created it for us with that torrent. I'm going to open a virtual machine. And now it's asking me, where is that virtual machine? Well, I know where my virtual machine is with my file management, VMware, Kali Linux, OS. It It's inside of these folders here, and there is the file. So you just keep on clicking through until you see this .vmx folder. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and double click on it. And now what I want to do is I want to rename this, you guys, and that's up to you, but I want to rename this. Let me full size screen this. And so I'm going to go to Edit My Virtual Machine Settings. And in the options, I can choose to rename this. And so I'm just going to go ahead and name this Kali Linux. All right, and I'm going to take the space or the dash out between Kali and Linux. All right, and when you see me choose OK, now over here it just says Kali Linux, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead now and play my virtual machine, and it is going to boot up my operating system. Oh, very important. I copied it. And it is now asking me this question, and it says it's booting in a second. I just let it go and do its magic. One thing I am going to do, though, is choose my full screen here. And if it doesn't full screen right away, that's fine. It's still loading up all the files and everything. You may have to decrease your full screen and then increase it again in the future. But it's working through it. Oh, that's sweet. All right, we got Kali loaded up. But again, one of the most important things, when it actually loads up, it's going to ask you for your login, Kali. And this is no secret because they gave it to us. The password, Kali. All right, again, no secret on that, and choose login. I'm going to go ahead and full screen and then full screen. And here is our virtual machine, you guys. It is loaded up again very quickly. It's nice with that torrent for us to be able to do this. They created it, and now we are going to be ready to do some trainings. All right, so look forward to working in our operating systems together. If you have any questions, please go ahead and send me over a chat in Teams, and we'll work on that together. Have a great one, you guys.